Hello everybody, welcome back to Loveriche. I am Saren Prince here with
Man of Stage, and together we are Bridge Boys Broadcasting. Welcome and thank you all for tuning back in, or joining us for the first time. And if you are, you need to catch up.
Welcome to part 4.
Yep, we have made it this far in, and we are still in the prologue. Can you believe that?
I can, because I've heard that the opening credit is like 10 hours into this game, or something like that.
Wow, we have a long way to go then.
Yeah, we do.
Well, I hope everybody's enjoying it so far, because we're on this ride for a while.
I have been enjoying it so far.
Same.
So let's get into this.
Alrighty. I headed back to the classroom.
Are we allowed to go home now?
No, you're stuck here forever.
はい、転校初日、これで完了です。お疲れ様でした。
So tired. I was exhausted from the bottom of my heart. It had been forever since I'd gone to school. Well, that was part of it anyway. Noble Academy was, how should I put this, intense. Our studies, people's gazes, and the educational policies. I was worn out from how dense everything was. You could also call it enriching, but still.
すっかり録音時君に取り入ったな、あいつ。
生意気よね、庶民のくせに。
Well, y'all are just gonna criticize us no matter what we do. This particular aspect had undoubtedly wore me down.
大変でしたね、市松さん。
Oh great, she's back.
What do you want?
Go somewhere else, butterfly clip girl.
It is a nice butterfly clip.
True, it is.
I guess.
ノーベル学園は超一流を輩出するための学園というか英才教育機関。慣れないうちは大変な思いをすると思います。
Best of the best of the best. With
Sir,
honors.
With honors. Captain America over here.
別のところに移るなら全力で応援しますよ。いつでも私を頼ってください。
Thanks.
Thanks for the offer.
Yeesh.
Hey!
My classmates' scornful eyes suddenly grew envious the moment Sylvie showed up.
Oh, look who it is, my good friend Sylvia.
And her faithful knight friend Elisan, who we've been fencing with. That's right, fencing. What you gonna do about it? These glares felt fantastic. Definitely a relaxing effect.
ねえ、オラ、私、この後メロンパンを買いに行くの。一緒に行かない？
Melon pan, huh? Well, something sweet does sound good. Oh, sorry, I really need to finish moving into my new place and, getting unpacked.
そうなの。残念。
I'd actually like to ask you a favor. Would you help me unpack?
それも面白そうかも。
シルビーをパシるの？我らがソルティレージュ第9王女シルビア様に対しユニークな提案ですね。
That's not it. Go enjoy your melon pan, Sylvie.
It's not like I had any large items or luggage, so I'd probably be fine.
Oh, right. My luggage aside, I still haven't heard where I'm going to be staying.
Oh, here it comes.
ん？エキスナが説明したはずでは。
Well, she explained it, but I'm not sure where it's exactly at. Some of my stuff's already been delivered there, too.
It's actually going to be Schrodinger's dorm room. You're going to be living in an in-between state.
No, it's like, see the desk on the left side of Reina? It's gonna be like, sleep under the desk.
If you really want to be adventurous, you can sleep on top of the desk, but I wouldn't recommend it.
I'd assume I'm moving into the Academy-owned dorms, right? Where are they?
Russell?
Oh.
Russell. Russell! Why does that one not have a sound effect?
I was like, why'd the music stop? I mean, for a
Impending
fact,
doom.
yes. Yeah.
Oh, I have the line. I have the dots this time. Dot, dot, dot?
Hmm?
Oh.
Um,
The whole classroom seemed to stir.
no.
Even Kikuchiyo was acting weird. Than normal.
手続きをしたのは私たちだが、何か問題が？
サバレロ様が。
いえ、問題というわけではないのですが。
It looked like he was struggling to elaborate further.
I made a joke in, I think, part 1 or part 2 of this series. Somebody go back and tell me when I made it. I think it's gonna happen. Let's just wait for the ball to drop.
Yeah, that's what I was alluding to with the Here It Comes, but we'll see. I don't know.
早く帰るわよ。
We have matching ellipses. What the heck was going on?
寮に案内したいが、今日はフェンシング部に顔を出す約束をしていて。
Is that right?
僕が案内しますので、ご心配なく。
かたじけない。
On that note, I headed outside with Kikuchiyo.
そこのところでもう横にそれます。見落とすと分かりにくいですね。
I see.
Although our destination was nearby, we took a path that was easy to get lost on. Having Kikuchiyo around to act as my guide was a huge help. And then?
Is something unusual about the dorm?
I asked him point blank. It was probably difficult to talk about in front of Ella-san, who was the one who referred me, but...
はい。決して問題があるわけではないのですが。
Those are conflicting answers.
本来、ノーブル学園は全寮制。生徒は全員、寮に入ることが予定されていました。
Oh, it's not now?
The school advertised it as such before it officially opened its doors. That's not a question. Zephyr like G did? The school advertised it as such before it officially opened its doors.
全校生300人分の寮は予定されたのですが、設計された建物は一部屋3人で入るものでした。
Those are tight quarters.
これ
Like
が
a peasant?
生徒たちから不評を買ったのです。たった12畳の部屋に3人は住めないと。
I mean, that's kind of how it felt in college here, but sure.
I'm pretty sure you guys... Well, wait. What is 214 square feet?
I don't know. I'm not good at math.
I don't know. That'd be, what, 70 square feet a person?
Yeah, I don't know. I lived in a 9 by 11 room for a year with another person. That was pretty tight.
I mean, I've lived in like a 25 square meter room, but I don't know feet. So like, anyway,
What?
if one of our viewers is good at math, tell me what 214 square feet is in like real measurements that aren't imperial.
Okay, that's not going to help me, so you'll probably have to do a little bit of extra math, but if you want to take that on, we'd appreciate it.
I guess that would be a little tiny for some, but was it really that big of a deal?
The way I saw it, a room like that would be massive for a single person. Then again, the rich may feel differently. If it were 114 square feet, then that would mean each person would be given about 71 square feet of space. That would feel kind of cramped. Alright, apparently Ouro is better at math than I am.
And he's a dumbass.
Thanks.
Hey, I am too. Like,
学園側はその要望を組み、一人一部屋。結果、寮の収容人数は100人まで減ることになりました。
what about the other 200 people?
丘を下ったところにあるアパートを学園が買い取って当てているそうです。まあそこを使っているのは30人くらい。他はマンションを買うか、3年間駅前のホテルを借りるかする方が多いですが。
Fancy. Of course rich people would do that.
So where are you staying?
うちの152番目の別荘がすぐそばにありまして。
What? Now, what? Just casually drop that.
You know, the 152nd villa, a lot smaller than 151st. It's only like 2,000 square meters.
But admittedly, it's nicer than the 153rd. This hoity-toity sounding... Hoity-toity. This hoity-toity sounding conversation continued, but I could accept anything after befriending a princess not 24 hours prior.
I'm surprised I managed to get a room at the dorms, though.
ゲスト用として常に5部屋は空けているようですよ。もし諸外国のセレブが転入を望んだとき、迅速に受け入れられるように。
Pretty calculating of them.
Wow. That means getting a room here is even more difficult. Wouldn't it be an issue for a, commoner like me to move in?
そう思ってらっしゃる方も多いやもしれません。やはり寮は便利なので、望んで入れない方は毎年多いです。
I only got in due to extenuating circumstances, so I guess everyone was expressing their dissatisfaction with the system by directing it at me. Oh well, maybe that was inevitable.
ただ、それより問題なのは。
Really?
はい。こちらが本題です。
Oh my god, stop dragging it out and just tell us already.
さっきも述べた通り、寮から溢れた方は丘の下に住むしかない。つまり、毎朝この坂道を登らなければならない。
Okay.
I mean, it's not really steep, but it is long.
The academy was fairly deep in the foothills, so it was a ways off. I hadn't really noticed yesterday, but the thought had occurred to me earlier this morning.
Anyone who lives in the dorms has a much shorter commute. Is that why they're jealous?
ええ、やっかみもそうです。だがそれ以上に体力の話です。自然と寮に住める人間を選ぶときは、レディーファーストが適用されるのです。
本当に来たわ、あの庶民。
Isn't that...
Hey, wait till the H scene.
Okay.
You're welcome.
No.
ここって女子寮じゃありませんの？
Man, you called that. Okay.
名目上は男女共用。もともと男女全員が入れる仕様ではあるんだよ。
And now we'll host men and women.
There are gonna be some hijinks here.
今はマストで女子オンリーなだけで。
Seriously?
Inside was a garden of women. Garden of women.
Poison ivy?
I'm Batman. It was high time for people to get home from school. Droves of students were heading inside, but they were all women.
明文化されたことではないので、カバレロさんたちには伝わっていなかったようですね。
I genuinely don't know if we're excited by this concept or terrified by it.
Oh, in his case, it would suck because everyone hates him, so it's not like it's gonna make it better.
You bring up a really good point.
Also, if Caballero-san and Sylvia didn't know, it means they don't live here either, which means we don't know a single person who likes us in the store.
Oh. Well,
Yeah.
hey, on the positive side, that probably means we'll run into another protagonist.
It can only go up from here.
Really?
Perceiving pretenses and reading the mood of everything's a large part of Japanese culture, after all.
逆に、読めないこともまた、シルビアさんやカバレロさんの魅力かもしれませんね。
I mean, with them being royalty, that makes perfect sense.
では、僕はこれで。
Don't leave us!
Wait, don't leave me! I should have just let you have that one. You already did it.
Welp. I caught Kikuchiyo as he tried to escape. I caught a wild Kikuchiyo!
He's only level 5.
Ah, crap. Hey, he's in the top percentage of Kikuchiyos.
He probably is.
話してください。この空気、耐えられません。
No shit! Of course it would be with all these women eyeballing us.
Shut up. Don't run away. My lord, a commoner's in trouble, my lord.
Help me, my lord.
Help me.
そう言われては。貴族として放っておくわけには。
Can't believe that actually worked.
I was about to say that.
Thank goodness he was easy to handle. Well, I'm sure once he levels up. If we had caught him in a trade, it would be really unfortunate.
It would be, but like Villa has like 214 PP.
While I had my hands full with him, everyone had begun to glare at us with a fierce intensity.
何君この寮に何か用
I don't know. We could ask you the same thing, third-year girl A.
ここ女の子しかいないんで入り口で立ってると変な目で見られますよ先輩
Yeah.
I headed to the corner. What a pain. It was unofficially a woman's dorm. Even with 2 men standing outside, no one assumed I lived here. The dorm itself was what you'd expect from a rich school and was more than adequate for students to live in. Are you kidding? This looks like a hotel, like a nice hotel.
Yeah, it is. It's got like one of the nice lobbies and a chandelier type stuff.
For real. Well, there we go.
Hey, now you don't even have to read that one.
No,
Keep going.
I'll get it anyway. It looked more like a hotel than a dorm, especially with how pristine and well decorated it was. The second you walked through the front door, there was a terrace where students could relax. Was that a convenience store inside? It even had Starbucks-looking coffee stand.
Man, they're in almost every country.
Man, I know. Close to us, there are like 2 Starbucks in close proximity. They're in the same shopping center and everything.
Well, and right nearby there is the McDonald's.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Nick D's. I'm liking it.
Yeah.
I had heard of rich schools having convenience stores on campus before, but I assumed it was rare for them to also be inside of the dorms themselves. That is the definition of convenience.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, there were even restrooms inside the shop. The placards on the bathroom doors depicted a little man in blue on one and a red woman on the other. The right door led to the men's bathroom, which meant this was not a woman's dormitory.
いやー最近ちょっと硬くてさお野菜もちゃんと食べなきゃダメですよ先輩
These young women walked in like it were only natural, though. Which meant that the men's bathroom was fair game. It was painfully clear to me now how unwelcome men were here. And judging by the stairs, something peculiar had entered the mix. My stomach's growling. That's what peculiar...
You should have eaten some Nick D's. I had some schnitzel.
Nice. Okay. That's making me hungry. I really could use some McD's now. Nick-D's. Don't sue us.
No. Cut that part out.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Anyway, a boy sneaking around the woman's dorm? That made sense. Was I seriously going to live here? Could I possibly get the 100 people who lived here to accept me?
市松さん、ようこそ。
Ah, shit.
Hi.
A familiar face had come to greet me.
本日からここにお住まいだそうで。クラスだけでなく、寮生としても同窓ですね。よろしくお願いします。
Yeah.
見ての通り、今や女子寮と化している場所ですので、よっぽどずうずうしくても、男子の身では入りにくいかと思いましたが。歓迎しますね。別のお住まいを探すならいくらでも協力しますので、いつでもおっしゃってください。
More like you'll yeet us out of a window.
Oh, yeah.
おっと。その前に、新しい学校を探す方が先ですか。
Despite her snidely aggressive tendencies, compared to the bizarre glares from everyone else, I was grateful to have her here just because she knew my situation.
あ、そうそう。
Well, that makes one of us.
今さっきですけど、今現在寮に住んでる女子全員に、市松さんがここに住む旨と事情をメールしました。
And I'm sure all of it was completely true.
Yeah.
All of it was 100% factual. None of it was fabricated in the least. Great.
あの彼、ここに住むのかい？
Okay, that's accurate.
なんじゃないんですか、先輩。
It is not.
本人の強い希望によりゲストルームへドン引き。
Damn it.
Okay.
転校生さん、初めての男性ですよね。どんな人なんでしょう。
Oh, somebody's got a profile picture.
Hello, new route.
But she's not blonde.
She's not on the family tree either, you're right.
まだ虚勢もしてないのよ。転校初日からあのシルビア王女にちょっかいかけたという命知らずなオスなのよ。
Ah, okay.
私たちも危ないんじゃ。
I'm in danger.
What did her email say? Show me.
レディの指針を除くなんて褒められませんよ。
Is it still a private message if you sent it to literally everybody in the dorm?
But me?
Sneak, sneak. Sneak, sneak.
Noble!
すいません。しかしもう無理です、庶民様。貴族を家に帰らせてください。
I'll never forget you, Butterfree.
あらあら。
Oh, wait, no, she's Butterfree. Never mind.
Oh, totally.
入
No,
居
wait,
した庶
Butterfree was
民
one of my favorite
はあの
Pokemon.
録音時の御曹司を相手に怒鳴り散らすほど凶暴な危険人物。送信。
Rude. Yeah, no, you're right though. Butterfree was very useful, especially since it was like the only Pokemon that could learn a psychic move for a good way into
Yep.
the game.
It had confusion at, I want to say, 10, and then you could just wreck things because it was OP in the original generation.
Yep. Ah! Damn it. That's you.
Oh, yeah, it is. That's enough. How about you just tell me where my room is?
ええ。こちらへどうぞ。
Do you see the men's room in the convenience store? That's your room. I headed toward the terrace while bearing the full brunt of their stares. There were clusters of rooms on the other side of the terrace, but the room she guided me to was the closest to us on the first floor. The room was at least 214 square feet. It was huge! Not only had my luggage been delivered, but several pieces of furniture were already assembled and ready for me. Thanks, Kia.
You know it's going to exist later and have a name?
Probably. It's probably going to be better than what I came up with.
Phew.
こんなところでしょうか。
Yeah, I'd say so.
It's really nice. Actually, I'd live there.
Oh yeah, me too.
I opened 2 cardboard boxes and rearranged the provided furniture.
こちらの段ボールは
Don't look in those boxes.
All of them, really. Just some recreational and hobby-related stuff, so be careful.
It's my collection of Soupy Seed action figures.
そうですか。では、手伝いもここまでということで。
Yeah, thanks, Kikuchiyo. I feel like I kind of turned you into an errand boy.
いえいえ、困っている庶民を助けるのは貴族の務めですから。もっと言えば、今外に出られませんから。
That's true.
Since this room was closest to the terrace, we could clearly hear all of the faint ramblings coming from the other side of the walls. There were a decent number of girls chatting amongst themselves about my new room. It wasn't so much about my room specifically, but more so the fact that a savage commoner screamed and forced his way inside of a woman's dorm. I already had my hands full with my crappy classmates. I didn't expect things to be just as suffocating here too.
もうしばらくお邪魔させてください。ほとぼりが冷めた頃、こそっと帰ります。
Yeah, I'm sorry about this.
Because it's totally our fault. I felt guilty for causing him so much trouble, especially since we had only just met. With that, Kikuchiyo looked around the room.
やはり、これといった品はなし。どれも既製品ばかり。オーロ君は、やはり皆さんのおっしゃる通り、特徴のある家柄ではないのですね。
You know, you can just be blunt and say I'm poor.
そうですね。貧乏です。
You know, I'm starting to get a better read on you the more time we spend together.
He wasn't a bad guy, but he was severely lacking in the common sense department. Probably like the rich guy from earlier manga chapters of... Kochikame? Kochikame?
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
こう言うと失礼ですが、クルス・クラウンさんとはどこでお知り合いになったので？
Well, you see.
Well, you see, you could say that I swept her off her feet.
Or you could just go back and watch episode 1. Hint, hint.
Please.
昨今はインターネットはじめ、出会いの場は多いですが、にしても気になってしまいます。
Well, we kind of just ran into each other on the street, started talking, and became fast friends.
Haha. I hadn't lied.
そうですか。縁は稲もの味なものですね。
More or less.
I had no interest in joking around with Kikuchiyo about this topic any further.
Oh, right, I wasn't sure, so I probably should ask. Is Sortilege really some sort of, giant country?
I'd heard the name a lot, but knew nothing about the country itself. The only info I could find online suggested that it was a pro-Japanese country, which gave me little to go off of.
小さな大国ですよ。そして今後、小さな超大国になるやもしれない。21世紀の産業を考えれば、日本にとっての存在感は相当なものです。
How so?
立ち位置や地政学などで、すでにある程度価値の動きにくい米国中国に比べれば、 ずっと気を使う相手かと。
I didn't know much about the inter-country affairs, but I got that it was probably astounding.
ソルティレージは現在、人工知能プログラム、仮想通貨のブロックチェーンプロトコルなど、ソフト技術で世界を席巻しており、
Nerd!
And they make a little toy that shoots lasers.
Frickin' laser beams from its eyes.
日本は飛行機、リニア、水素発電と、ハード技術で世界からの需要で溢れています。さらにソルティレージには、複数の特許的優位な軍需産業も。
Like that toy they turned into a high-powered laser weapon? Exactly
Keep
like
up,
that
game.
toy. Yeah, for real.
これら軍需企業が日本の技術をいくつか欲しており、同時に軍隊、及び軍需産業を持てない日本にとって、提携するのに非常に旨味のある相手でもある。お互いのアピールポイントの都合、そして何より、共に皇室王室と歴史の境を大事にする国民性から、両国は極めて良好な状態を築いています。何でもソルティレージ王室の第一王女は、結婚相手に日本人を推薦したとか。
That's incredible.
All of the technical stuff aside, Sortilège seems to have a good relationship with Japan at the state level.
What would happen if things turned volatile between the two?
一生恨まれるでしょうね。ソルティレージュにも、日本の全国民にも。
Ooh. I was in a more astounding situation than I originally had thought. Thank goodness they didn't label me as a kidnapper yesterday, otherwise they probably would have killed me.
なぜそんなことを聞くので？
Hypothetically speaking, with as good of friends as we are and all, what do you suppose would happen if Sylvie and I were to get into a fight or something?
やめてください。日本国民として生きた心地がしません。
They would never find your body.
Okay. Would it really be that bad? That's when I realized there was no way out of this situation anymore.
話していたら喉が渇きましたね。
Yeah, I worked up quite a sweat moving all these boxes around. I'll grab us some drinks. Are you okay with ramen?
I pulled out 2 Ramun bottles that I had brought with me. They were room temperature, but they would be perfect given how cold it was today.
何ですこれ？ジュースでしょうか？買った蓋の部分が全然取れない。硬すぎます。
That is not what I thought was going on.
No, I got it immediately.
I was just like, man, this soda's so good, I jizzed in my pants.
It isn't. It does have HC. All right. Oh yeah, I did the same thing when I was a kid.
You are weak, puny man. He didn't seem to know about Ramun at all. And then...
陣中の時間だ!
That's a new hairstyle.
Mm-hmm. Who is it?
くずりゅうせん!
You heard it. I was bombarded with 9 instantaneous strikes.
She's just, what is it? Fuck is it? 100 palm strike at fucking not Tekken, fucking Street Fighter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like that. Oh. What's your problem?
陣中見舞いよ。
You have a funny way of showing it.
Ah, thanks. I appreciate the support, but why use the punish side technique to do it?
I helped myself to the soda and chips she brought in with her in exchange for playing along and letting her use me as a punching bag.
うんうん。片付け終わって手伝わなくて良さそうな時間を狙ってきたけど、ちょうどっぽい？
Well played, Rena. Well played.
I will admit I respect that. Yeah, perfect timing. Kikuchiyo was a huge help.
おや、キサキさん。
スキクちゃん。ラムネの蓋取ろうとしてるの？そんなにビー玉好きだっけ？ドーン！
Rena didn't hesitate to jump onto my bed.
Hey, this is my room and I haven't even got the chance to do that yet.
いいじゃん、これくらい。ぽよーん、ぽよーん、ぽいーん。
And now she's breaking in the bed springs.
She had stolen 2 of the biggest thrills you could get when moving.
まあ、ま
I
あ
love the sound effect in the background.
Boing, boing.
あら、キクちゃん。この部屋のトイレもう使った？
No, you are not getting to that
You
first.
bitch. Not yet.
初トイレいただき！
Shit.
Hey, hold it!
Literally. The door to the bathroom was all too cruelly closed.
実はちょっと溜まってたんだよね。
Oh no. She's really planting her flag.
Hey, wait! It's my room and you're planning to take my bathroom's virginity too?
いいじゃん。さすがにボンジョルノはしないから。CC 上までだから。
What does that even mean? You know what? I don't want to know what that
You
means.
know, I actually got it somehow.
All right then.
Fine.
That would leave the biggest thrill of the new bathroom intact, huh?
I'll allow it, no big ones. We're right here, so we'll be able to hear it if you do.
オーロ君、女性のそういうことに聞き耳を立てるのはいかがかと。
Man, we already have been completely screwed by this situation.
Hey, go back to trying to open a bottle of ramen. You're right. I lost my cool. Serenity now.
I walked back over to Kikuchiyo.
初ベッドとか初トイレとか、不思議なこだわりがあるのですね。
Well, what do you do for fun?
You don't?
全然。
What a weirdo. Oh, I guess you get used to living in a brand new place if you got over 100 vacation homes.
確かに。
It's a very commoner-like sentiment, huh? Bringing a new bed or bathroom could, be exciting in its own way.
It wasn't like this sort of thing happened every day. Even breaking in a new bed at a hotel could be exciting if you let it. That was apparently a sensation lost on nobles.
ああ、さっぱりした。タオル借りたよ。
Sure, if it's just a towel.
Wait, her hair was wet?
You even broke in the shower?
私もラムネ飲みたい。もらうね。
This girl's trouble. Rena raided the fridge without asking. She rounded up the edge of her towel and used it to press in the marble and opened up the bottle with ease. She was acting like she owned the place. Yeesh.
風呂上がりはこれだ。
She's like Mitsuko Katsuragi.
Yeah, actually.
This pissed me off a little, but... A cute girl fresh out of the shower was relaxing on my bed. With that thought in mind, I guess I couldn't complain too much.
It's all coming up, Millhouse.
Just not for Kikuchiyo. There was a stark contrast between her and Kikuchiyo as he was still struggling to open his bottle.
Reina, are you poor?
急に何？
Well, that came out wrong. Okay, as Kikuchiyo would say, are you more of a noble or, a commoner like me?
Are you a psychic type, or are you a ghost type? I mean, what are we dealing with here?
Normal.
ああ、
No, she's a fighting type. We know now. Reina skillfully caught the marble within the neck of the bottle and downed the beverage in a single chug.
親は年収300万。うち150をパチスロに突っ込むロマンあふれる弓追い人にございます。
Ah. Simple enough of a self-introduction to follow.
そっちは？
My parents aren't too much for slots and are a bit more reliable than that.
Nah, they're more into craps.
But we definitely don't have a maid or butler.
なら私側だ。
Noble Academy sure has high standards. What's your family like, Kikuchiyo?
僕への面通しが叶う執事だけで80人ですね。その下にはもう10倍ほどいるはずですが。
Wow. Okay, so he has a legion.
Got it. Hey, open that Romulo, Noble.
勝ってー
I probably shouldn't say this, but it is strange you're friends with a certain princess.
友情はね、どこにでも芽生えるから友情なのさ。わい、どっかの名言言いそうな誰か。
Alright, that's a good catch-all.
Yeah.
てか、オーロは人のこと言えねえかよ。
Touché, salesman.
I have my reasons.
My three options were to lose an arm, be locked up, or become her friend. And I choose curtain number 3. I didn't think actually becoming friends with Sylvie was a bad thing, though. Unlike me, I'd heard that this girl had worked up her way into Sylvie's inner circle the right way. She did seem to be well-spoken. I had completely opened up to her in a day's time, too.
オーロも仲良くした方がいいよ。キクション以外にも友達作ってさ。あ、そうそう。外のみんながえってー先立ってたけど、何かしたの？
I didn't.
I am a victim of circumstance. This was all just a misunderstanding. No, not so much a misunderstanding.
あやかっちにはめられた？
Bingo.
Mm-hmm.
She asked after taking out her cell phone. It looked like she had received the same email Jokosaki had sent earlier.
If you know that much, then I'll make this real quick. As a fellow commoner, I would like to ask you for a favor.
Damage control.
みんなの誤解を解いてとかなら無理。
Okay.
Well, it was
Never
worth a shot.
Yep. That was quick. She single-handedly destroyed all of my hopes.
I'm begging you, they're treating me like I'm some sort of criminal.
And I am not listening to Fiona Apple right now.
What?
Criminal.
What?
The song.
Next line.
Alright.
ああ、うんうん、言われてる。
She showed me her cell phone. It appeared she was chatting with her friends outside over... Lune?
I don't know that one.
Thanks, Sylvester Stallone. The hate speech seemed to be building up at an alarming rate on the other side of that door.
悪いやつじゃないくらいは言っとくよ、一応。
I'm counting on you.
You're my boy, Blue. That was a little comforting to hear. As far as my impression of my first day at this new school went,
the richest school in Japan sure isn't kind to commoners.
だね。
every last one of them was making fun of commoners. Kikuchiyo wasn't mocking us, but he definitely saw us as distinctly different creatures. It was probably a given in the world of nobles. We're going back to the unnecessary quotation marks, so I'm busting this back out. That sort of behavior was one of the first things governors of certain Middle Eastern countries taught their heirs. Commoners aren't like us. Is this joke getting old yet? Probably.
I don't. It's what, part 4? I don't know. Ask me in part 2.
It keeps going. They aren't human, so there's no reason to pity them. They are all disposable. Okay? I'm gonna stop it now, though. It was irritating from a commoner's point of view, but it was an essential sentiment for nobles. It would be easy to raise a rich, magnanimous scion who might... Well, busting out the $5 words here. Who might...
I thought that was going in a different direction.
Where did you think it was going?
Look, let's not go into this. Keep going.
Alright. It would be easy to raise a rich, magnanimous scion who might one day come to care about commoners and bring their lineage to ruin. That was why nobles educated their children that way. Perhaps it was inevitable that the students of Noble Academy who congregated here from across Japan looked down upon us commoners. I wasn't enough of a child to get angry over it. It was just irritating.
私も最初は苦労したっけ。
This has happened before? You're so chatty with everyone, though. What happened?
普通に化粧の話とかで寄ってって、そのまま。
Would it work out as long as you were sociable as she was? I considered myself to be quite eloquent, but it won't be easy to recover from being thought of as a criminal. At least I am inside my mind.
まあ厳しい子多いけどね、あやかちとか。
She sure is.
As of this moment, she would be my biggest adversary. It was beyond being looked down on. She considered commoners to be a nuisance for being at this academy, as well as occupying the same space as her. She was determined to drive me out, and wasn't trying to hide how badly she wanted me to leave.
Was she traumatized by a commoner or something?
Commoners killed her family.
Yeah, something like that.
知らない。
She's just like the really bitchy version of Batman.
I'm gonna get my revenge. With my butterflies. Ah, butterflies! Hmm? I noticed Rena's expression suddenly grew serious. What was that all about? No sooner did I think that than she flashed a sudden smirk.
よかった。メンタル大丈夫みたいだね、オーロ。
Hmm?
転入直後につらたんだったから、今頃真顔が止まらなくなってるかもって思ってきてみたんだけど。
Ah,
Rena claimed she came by to cheer me up, so I guess she was worried about me.
I'll be fine if that's all they throw at me.
But if they throw acid on me, I might turn into the Joker.
I was gonna say, well, we did learn in this universe that criminals are a superstitious and cowardly lot who are afraid of butterflies, so, you know.
Good point. Sure, I was being bullied, but... Mercifully, rich people had an elegant way of bullying you. They didn't inflict any direct physical harm. It wasn't bad enough yet to be considered real hardship.
よしよし、それなら楽しむとしましょうか。
Huh?
ラ君のプライベート拝見。こいつがプライベートボックス？
Danger Will Robinson! Danger Will Robinson! She pulled out a sealed cardboard box. I guess she was done fussing over me.
There are things inside that box I wouldn't want anyone to see, I guess.
だから漁るんじゃん。
Made sense.
ちゅうわけで、ウェイ！
She opened it up without hesitation. What was in that box again? I was in too much of a rush yesterday to really have the chance to sort through my belongings.
ねえねえ、オーロ。面白いもんある？エロいもん希望。
Naughty stuff? Well, I suppose there is.
えげちいのあるかな？って、一発目でおエッチなお本を発見した！おいおい、本当に出るかよ。あれ？反応なし？
Look, I don't know whether you're some closeted porn reading perv or one of those, sexy gal types, but both would be valid personalities for you.
羞恥心は？
For I am common man.
Da 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 da.
I'm not gonna act ashamed in front of somebody who shamelessly digs through another person's belongings without any permission.
Oh ho ho ho.
Those porno mags were spur-of-the-moment purchases at a convenience store. They're pretty shabby, and I don't care for them that much.
It would be pretty embarrassing if she saw what I was actually into, but porn you didn't care about was just flesh-colored paper. That, okay. That's one way
That's
to
a
describe
take?
it. Yeah, that is.
チェー。
Rena tossed the magazine aside.
Weren't you looking for something naughty?
恥ずかしがるオーロが見たいだけでおっぱいが見たいなら自分のがあるし。
That's a good point.
このラムネとやら、なかなか蓋が取れないな。汗をかいてしまいました。
He's been doing this whole time.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
休憩しますか。おや、この本は一体。
Kikachiu has a meltdown in 3, 2, 1.
わあ
Oh, hey, the Moonblower found it.
失礼な。誰がおっぱいが好きだと。
Hey, don't get mad about it. They're the tits.
おっぱいが。
I got it.
うわあおっぱいがいっぱいだ
That doesn't even rhyme. It should be oodles of boobles.
It
フィク
is.
ション体制なさ
Well,
そうだ
no,
もん
I
ね。
guess we'll... Is this your first time looking at porno mags?
当たり前です。こんな不死だらな。こんな。うわあおっぱ
Did somebody drop a plate? I guess that joke doesn't translate.
Hey, you can have it. Call it a gift for helping me out.
こういう感じの反応がオーロにもあればな。あ、エロ本もう一冊発見。
I did bring a few of them after all. Whoa, not that one.
なんで？そっちのと一緒じゃん。
Not exactly.
違うといえばちょっと古いのと。ページがなんかパリパリしてるような。
I call it old reliable. That's because, you could say that was, the first one that, tended to my needs.
このパリパリは？
Apparently she doesn't get that.
Wonder why it's gooey when it comes out, but crunchy when it dries.
Why would that be? Okay.
Why would you?
Yeah.
You don't need to sniff it.
God, what are you, a dog?
確認のために聞くけど、これって。
That's right, old yogurt.
My partner in graduating from virginity, metaphorically
最
speaking.
悪かよ
Rena tossed it away. How could she treat my first love so terribly? I rushed to affectionately retrieve the abandoned magazine.
汚ねえな、もう。なんか他にないの？こう適度にオーロがきょどる程度の適度なエロさの。エロさの。この段ボール全部エロかよ
Porn box, oh porn box, small and gray and dark.
Porn box, oh porn box. Hey, look, cool fun locks. Huh? Seriously?
I deemed all of it essential and packed a decent amount, but between the porno mags, DVDs, Blu-rays, and games...
You're right. Well, okay, these are all essentials, so there's no escaping about half of it being porn.
探してはいたけど多すぎ。ねえ、まったく。ん？
What?
なんかこのエロ本エロゲエロビデオ全体的に傾向が似てない？
Soupy seed.
養殖、謹慎、ハードエロ。あ、でもこっちは純愛、甘エロ、おねしょた、おじろり。エロの種類が散らばってるかな。
Man of many questionable tastes.
Yeah, that's right. I'm not really picky, so I never got, fixated on a specific fetish.
でもなんか全体に共通点がある。あ！
Nah!
これ、女の子が全部黒髪ロングだ
Oh snap, there it is. It's the plot twist.
This is just like, you know how you'll have like ironic hell? This is his ironic hell. His fetish is long black hair and he's only got blonde girls around.
Womp womp. Oh god, and the one girl he has met so far with long black hair completely hates his guts.
And is just fucking terrible of a person.
Oh, yikes.
What do you mean? I haven't got a clue. But you're right, there are a ton of girls with long black hair. Wow! Coincidental bias sure is a scary thing, huh?
へえ、オーロ黒髪ロングフェチかよ。
It's not a fetish. It's certainly not extreme enough to be a fetish.
It's a preference, that's all. For whatever reason, no matter the medium, the covers that caught my eye always ended up featuring women with long black hair.
ぶっこいても無駄無駄。なんだよ、照れて。可愛いかよ。
Good, good. Your embarrassment makes me stronger. She finally got her grubby hands on some good heckin'... Oh, some good heckin' material. My bad.
We just like see the protagonist for the first time, or I think second time, and he's just got one of the fucking bolo ties in like a white suit.
It's finger licking good. I'm Colonel Sanders. She finally got her grubby hands on some good heckling material. My face, unsurprisingly, was beet red.
にしても黒髪ロングフェチ。あれってことはオーロ的には私みたいな髪は NG?
Well, I wouldn't say that, but it does make me wonder why you dye it.
チェー、ブリーチって大変なんだぜ。ん？
What?
あ、なんか悟った。悟り開いた。
No.
Rena shot me an awkward smirk. What's that all about?
学園でフルボッコされても平気だったのって、うちの学園の女子が黒髪ロングばっかりだったからだ。
No. I didn't realize we were actually playing Yandere Simulator.
I don't know what you're talking about.
てか、ここが女子寮って分かった後、びくつきながらも逃げずに住もうとしてるのも、ここの子たちほぼ全員黒髪ロングだからだ。
That's what I was thinking. It's like about Mars attacks.
騒ぎ入ってると思って損した。ノーブル生活満喫中じゃん。
Ow, her enthusiasm hurts my
Don't
ears.
tell anyone.
Well, Noble Academy. From what I'd seen, there were mostly high-class girls in attendance, and none of them seemed mischievous or trendy enough to dye their hair, present company excluded. Most of the girls I'd encountered, both at the school and here in the dorm, had black hair, so of course I was excited.
No, not an anime worth mentioning. Jeez.
少なくとも、あやかっちにいてこまされても平気なのは、そこが原因しょ。
Oh my god.
Ayakachi. If I think about how much I would like to grab onto that black hair of hers, then I can ignore most of her nasty behavior.
Oh, this is making me a bit uncomfortable. That must have tickled her funny bone pretty hard, as Rena proceeded to smack the bed and howled with laughter.
よいせ。
She immediately started fiddling with her phone. Ah, crap.
Fuck, what? How did we decide that this was going to be pronounced?
Luine? Let's go with Luine. Until we hear it
Luine?
pronounced otherwards. Otherwise. Whatever.
うん。寮の子全員に送信しようと思って、転入生は黒髪ロングには無条件で優しいらしいよって。
Don't you fucking dare.
We're keeping it. She was going to bruise my already tainted reputation. I quickly confiscated her cell phone. Once again, Rena broke out into an uncontrollable giggle fit.
いやー、でもならうちの学園は最高だよ。うちで髪染めてる子なんてほんのちょっとだもん。私と友達に何人かと、あと彼女くらいかな。
At that moment, BAM!
ごめんなさい。もう読みません。
I forgot he was still here.
Me too. A loud banging noise came from the neighboring wall. Oh, shh. Who's our neighbor?
ああ、
That was...
壁ドンかっこ隣人編だね。騒ぎすぎた。
Yeah.
Sounds like Rena's laughter had disturbed them.
I'd heard this was one of the guest rooms. There's someone next door?
うん。っていうか、オーロはゲストルーム使う2人目だから。
Did that mean there was another transfer student before me?
What are they like?
可愛い子だよ。仲良くなるのはちとむずたんだけど。
Even you can't manage it?
If this concentrated mass of conversational prowess couldn't get along with her, then... He has very eloquent and interesting descriptions.
Well, he did have a full monologue earlier.
That is true. She sounded like a tough nut to crack. And then he defaults back to that, okay. Maybe it would be best if I didn't get involved with her.
続きは静かに漁りますか。こっちの段ボールは。
That's my backup stash.
Yeah, it is, I bet.
Regardless of how I felt, Rena continued digging through my belongings and opened another box filled with basic sundries. Huh.
ちは、なんか普通。
I'm just like everyone else, so of course that would make sense.
Actually, that's just the whammy box, and if you had done that first, you'd be leaving the show.
漫画に漫画に漫画に漫画。あれだね。参考書的なブレは一切ないね。
Well, yeah, I'm an average guy. I also look average. I'm average in every way.
Perfectly average in every way. That's me, unnamed protagonist. Well, no, he has a name.
うんうん。あ、これポストカード？
Ah,
Crap, she saw. It was different from the manga or porn goods she'd seen before. These really were my personal items.
あ、マリア・ビショップ。オーロも好きなんだ。
Maybe.
what?
I figured she'd just ignore it and move on, but she continued.
You know her?
知ってるも何も最近人気じゃん。日本の音楽業界最後の歌姫って。
Yeah, they do.
I responded as calmly as possible. The songstress Maria Bishop. She's not a blonde. Between CD and concert sales, as well as online downloads, the Japanese music industry was unable to accurately tabulate one's popularity. However, everyone was talking about Maria Bishop. Fans seemed to lose their minds whenever a new song was announced online, too. So-called divas were big in Japan some time ago. They were rampantly commercialized with CDs and concerts the moment their name got out, and would eventually be seen as nothing more than an amateur singer. We, the consumers, rejected that level of commercialization as hard as we could, but only the trillions of online views and hundreds of millions of downloads mattered, and they showed no signs of stopping. After simultaneously winning musical awards in America and the United Kingdom, Japanese TV stations and the internet became equally obsessed with Maria Bishop.
いいよね、この子。歌は綺麗だし、こびないし。
Just our type.
She doesn't do talk shows or anything else either.
Maria would occasionally appear on television, but she'd never gone on the sort of programs hosted by entertainers or sunglass-wearing old men. She would simply sing one of her songs and then promptly leave. The fact that she wasn't a sellout and made seldom appearances at massive venues over the last few years only made her seem even more charismatic. You could even say she had kicked the stereotype held by the TV and music industry since the 80s, which felt like singers had to be engaging squarely in the butt.
財界でも有名です。事務所に迎えられれば、経済効果は計り知れないとか。
でかい事務所ではないんだってね。個人かな。そういうのに全部背を向けてるのもいいのよ。
まあ、それはそれで、そうした売り方もあるのですが。
She's incredibly beautiful, so I'm sure she's made a killing off of good sales alone. Maria Bishop sure is great. She's fantastic.
黒髪ロングだしね。
Our kryptonite. Don't say it. That may have been how she caught my eye in the first place. Her black hair. It looked so long, it probably reached the floor when she stood upright. Then again, it was most definitely a wig or hair extensions if it reached the floor. Maria Bishop. I had no interest in celebrities, but this was one girl that I'd love to meet, even just once. And I think this is a good stopping point. All right, there we go.
Yeah, I do too.
All right. Well, this was a longer one, but there was a lot of good information. We found ourselves in a very interesting situation and have learned a lot about Ouro that we actually kind of called. Funny enough.
Yeah, we have.
It just wouldn't be a good plot twist. It wasn't like that, would it?
Well, thank you everybody for watching part 4. Well, thank you everybody for watching part 5. I forgot which part we are.
We're on part 4. You got
anyway.
it. Yep.
Okay, well then just cut that second one. And
I will do that.
okay, so thank you everybody. Tune in for part 5.
We are Bridge Boys Broadcasting, signing off.